Hello, I am going to be talking over this video this time. I'm going to be in the background, so it might get a little confusing at parts, but because this was streamed on my Twitch. But basically, I'll just be walking through some of this. I mean, always, obviously, at the start of the rounds, I like to do all of my self buffs. I bring all 5 solo, well, self including the team ones, so like shield and the rousing rhythms. Then I replay rousing rhythms at the end to get the better buff duration because of the will. Otherwise, it ends way before any of the other buffs do. Playing shrill sometimes. I used to play like piercing, sorry, wrong one. The Shriek of Weakness. I used to play Shriek of Weakness like right before every mob. And then I would just kind of like started realizing that half the time some of these like goblins and stuff don't even, like the axemen, usually don't even take an extra hit after you hit them with Shriek. So like it's not even worth. You're just like wasting your time. And if it's 1 extra hit, you can usually get 1 extra hit off faster. The only difference is like for an archer or something like that, where you might get benefit out of weakening them, just so that you don't have to like risk getting hit by an arrow or something like that. Anyways, so I'm just sitting here in my my main zone. I like to kind of play control on a lot of these maps, where I will kind of create a safety net of area that I've cleared that I know how to traverse. Here I note that there's a barbarian below me. I could hear him do like a barbarian yell, and he's fighting the cave troll, so just kind of using the noise to help clear this out safely. What's I take him for now? Because this is the 3rd game, this is the 2nd video of the series, I should also mention, because this is the 3rd game that I played with this character. I'm just kind of grabbing gear, because I'm not really playing like a permadeath, so I'm just grabbing some backup gear for if I die. It just happens to not die yet, so I'm just rolling with that as like the current goal. Still just kind of going through here at double speed because nothing interesting is really happening, just getting some loose loot. I know the rusty keys really, the rusty blade or whatever isn't really worth much, so just kind of holding on to it until I got better stuff. In hindsight, I should probably drop the Viking sword for more loot, but whatever. Because like, I'm only level 3, I'm not really going to be selling it. It's not even that good. So, yeah, I gotta start keeping that stuff in mind more when I'm playing at low level. So, just slowly start clearing out more of the area, so I've got more. Yeah, here we go, regular speed. I see a ranger. He's just like, got a longbow, it looks like, pointed towards me, but he doesn't shoot it. So I guess he's just trying to like intimidate me. I noticed the protection shrine's gone, so someone was here recently. Maybe that barbarian that's on the floor dead took it and then died or something. Just a little weird looking at the kill feed too. I don't think I even checked that guy's name. It would definitely tell me if he died to PvE or PvP, but I don't even worry about it. I can hear the ranger behind me. I was gonna try to piercing shrill him if he got close, but it looks like he's just dealing with the mob, so I just had to rebuff. And he doesn't push up on me here, so I'd rather him push into me than me push into him. I usually try to treat the doors as like they're like advantageous if someone tries to push through a door, because you can, you know, debuff them through walls and stuff. So I'm kind of banking on that. But nah, he doesn't push. Here, I shrill, because people like to kind of wait up there sometimes. Then I hear this, if you see the kill feed, someone died to a spider mummy, and I heard the spider mummy die. I don't know how they, like, traded, but I assumed it was a rogue, but I mean, their name is a ranger. I come up here, I see a ranger body. And he doesn't really have too much, but I scrounge up some stuff. No clue how he traded with a spider there. I see that Barbarian got a kill at the Francisca. It might have been the Cave Troll guy at this point. He might be done and had some PvP. Someone's breaking vases, probably, hard to tell whether on the floor below or above, but somewhere near the escape staircase. So I'm just kind of playing the edge here. And I see the barb guy. I kind of let him go.
I'll let you go first, because, you know.
He decides to rest. Or maybe he did that on accident, I don't know. But I just kind of give him the door, because it's closed. I didn't want to put my back to him. So I just go around. Someone took the Hell Shrine, which was a little concerning. But, yeah, I'm not exactly sure what happened here. So once I hear that, I assume that's the Barbarian. Keep my weapon out just in case, but then I just start to get looting right here at the end. I mean, all in all, pretty peaceful. I ran into a couple people that were just like kind of trying to zone me out, which, you know, it is what it is, but had no reason to really.
So now I have a couple hats.
Push up on them so we get out alive, no problem. Get a little set of gear. Want that vest from the Goblin Merchant, yes, last video.
Arrows.
But it's gonna slow me down, so I don't bother bringing it. I end up buying a survival bow here, because it's the only ranged weapon I was able to get. Super useful to have the ranged threat, even if you're not going to use it, so. And before long, we're back in it. Looks like more rogues and barbarians. Do the regular rebuff here. Don't really want to move because I know there's a mummy in front of me, and upstairs there's a bunch of goblins, so I can start to get aggro like pretty much as soon as I move.
That's interesting.
I get lucky here with the surge kit, but I forget to use it this round. I have some opportunities. I go over here so I can grab the protection early because it's a popular hallway. But, so yeah, I hear this guy. Looks like I thought at first it might have been like a barbarian, but turns out it's a wizard. I kind of nick myself, my little hand gets cut by that guy, and so I bandage up while he deals with it. And I can't really hear him here, but he says something like, "Dude, help me with this mage," and
I'm getting up top.
Then I just kind of like try to act like I'm just trying to deal with some stuff that I've got going on. I want to use I wanted that mage to kind of like keep him busy while I created more space, basically, and now he's trying to like socialize. And then we got like this barbarian. I see him do quick cast.
With that instant cast.
So now he's got a fireball or chain lightning ready. So I back up to like the edge of his range. He fires off that fireball and then he turns over to magic missile, but I'm already gone because I'm not dealing with that. I decide I'll spend the time to rebuff, use Song of Silence, and I know that I'm also silenced. So I walk up towards him with the bow to force him into melee, and then I would whip out my my sword and then just take him out. So, silence, still definitely good solo, at the very least. So I take him out. That barbarian is still alive, but I'm just gonna grab some loot. I don't want to push into a barbarian, really. I probably could be fine, especially since I have a ranged weapon, but I just want to make more space for myself. He decides to rush towards me, and then he stops. I was gonna try to slow him down there with the lament, and he just turned around and he left me to my looting. So I just keep at it. I'm basically just playing defense. If he really wants to push me, then, you know, I'll just slow him and debuff him, and there's not much he can do, so that's where I'm trying to, like, keep him. Get protection again. This time it'll actually matter, because it's a barbarian, so the physical damage reduction is gonna matter. I rebuff, keep him in my line of sight, so that he doesn't, like, go invis on me or something like that, as barbarians tend to do. Which I can see the invis pot on his hip there, which tells me he could definitely be trying to go invis at some point. He follows me. I'm also, like, kind of backing up, making it seem like I'm injured in a sense. So I slow him down. I keep backpedaling. I know he's only got a battle axe and I could chip him. But I figured that this is the point where if he wants to keep pushing me, I can definitely do whatever. He's shaking. Like, he doesn't want to fight. So I just decide I'm gonna go and leave him to the room. I did not expect that goblin to clip through the door, and so I kind of just got confused and walked into the floor spike twice. But it's fine. Got plenty of bandages now, since trank isn't really a thing. But it's all good, because it doesn't take long to recover without trank. Probably just as long as if I had trank, honestly, but now it just costs money and inventory space, so whatever. Some extra loot from the skeletons.
Huge.
Yeah, I know, what was it, the Franciscas or something like that? I was kind of paying attention there, but I know that there's some Franciscas, and having more throwing weapons along with my bow means I can cover my, if I run out of ammo or something, I'll at least have something to throw to keep them on the back foot. Whoever. Open the portal, but I'm still, trying to get XP and money, so I'll open some vases and stuff. I know last video I was using the loot to break the barrels, and then I realized that, now this is all like in one play session, but I was like, I have an arming sword, I can just break these barrels, I don't need it. It's I would have if I had the rapier needed to use the loot, but not with the arming sword, so I just break these boxes nice and quick. And then that's that. Second game, relatively peaceful. We get one PvP kill on the wizard with the silence. I believe we do.
Oh,
yeah.
He needs to jump, man.
Yeah, watch this barbarian. I was kind of hoping for his own good.
You can get the escape for free, but he's... that's actually a good call. Force him into the zone and just chip him.
Yeah, so he's definitely got the upper hand on that fight. But definitely he could have made better use out of the situation if he jumped before he started swinging to keep his momentum, but yeah. That's why I wasn't really too scared of the guy, is because in that fight you could see that he was not really, like, doing any crazy tech or anything, but...
Oh, I'd rather have the knowledge of him too well, so...
It's all good. It's not like it gives XP for killing people anyway, so I'm fine with that. Plus, if he's alive, he kind of acts like a shield for me in a sense, where he's the first person that someone's gonna come in contact with from that direction, so. Kind of use him as bait a little bit.
Quick dexterity?
Yeah, I take the dexterity as my second perk here because I'm anticipating getting a crossbow at some point and just being able to quickly swap from like flute to weapon and stuff like that is going to be really nice with helping with my movement speed, especially because you're slowed down so much while swapping. And Wisman happens to have a crossbow for me. Pretty good roll, physical power green one, so definitely make the most of that. And sometimes I would keep the survival bow, but I'd rather just throw it in storage because it's really awkward to swap between the survival bow and the crossbow. And I kind of need the inventory space right now for some extra loot since I'm not really geared up.
2 strength loose trousers.
Anyway, yeah, I do some last little purchases here. I get some better pants, it looks like. I see the rapier, so I kind of rush into the next round so that I can purchase the rapier, because that will definitely help me out if I can get my hands on that.
Considering
oh yeah, that's me talking about how that wizard was using chain lightning and it confused me, and I was like, maybe he's gonna try to chain off of corpses through doors and stuff like that to try to get people, which is pretty clever, but really kind of situational, I would imagine, in Goblin Caves, but could definitely see it working. But yeah, I still got that white arming sword. And here I slow it down because you can faintly hear a cleric below me. He's buffing himself. He's in the hallway with the bookshelf, well, the empty shelves that usually have a lot of loot. It looks like he's about to clear out those mobs, so I just clear out above. Create a little zone here that I can work with. Having that pillar is also pretty nice for me because I can debuff people without being in the line of sight of them if they try to push me. Just keep running them in circles, so I got a nice little spot here if someone tries to push me. I'm not sure what if the guy that spawned to the east there, that's usually, I call it like the blender, where if you spawn just to the east of the mines, where you're behind the boards and stuff, you're by like 3 other people, and usually they rush you, and so I like just say you like kind of get blended up with like 3 other people. And I see a rogue here running at a cleric. It's in the mine. I'm not exactly sure what the cleric's doing, but he just smites and judges that guy unworthy. And I'm like, was gonna crossbow him, but I didn't want that. I was like, he didn't look that geared. Usually from my, like, I don't know, my playstyle is if someone doesn't really look geared, and I kind of have a lot of intel on them, and they're not really being overly aggressive, then I don't mind keeping them around, because like that guy did, he killed an aggressive player without me having to do anything, so just kind of use him as like one of my guards in a sense, without being like friendly and teaming up with him or anything, because I'm definitely gonna beef with him if he decides to cross any boundaries, you know. Anyway, I see this haste shrine, so I grab it. Do a little bit of looting and rebuffing and healing. I hear this. Well, I'm assuming that's the warlock. It could be the cleric though, because there was also a cleric down here. So I'm not sure exactly what happened. Although the warlock killed two people, so I'm guessing that's the same warlock at this point. I'm not sure why he didn't break through. Maybe because he heard that I was a bard, and he knew that I could silence him, and it would be unfavorable, so he decided not to bother. But I'm just kind of on the floor above this warlock quite a bit. I'm not sure what's going on. What happened to the other cleric? I don't know either. Because there was the cleric on the bridge that killed the rogue, and then there was the cleric that was fighting the people by the shelves. So I just decided to keep looting. Like, the people know I'm here, but... And here, I heard someone pull out a potion.
Sounds like a barbarian.
Don't exactly know why I thought it was a barbarian. I'm guessing it was because a rogue would not have made any noise there and maybe would have pulled out a dagger or something. So I'm just assuming that there's some invisible player here. Because why else would someone be drinking potions and like doing all this nonsense, and they can clearly hear me buffing. And they know I have to push into them, so I'm hitting one pot and I'll snap back over. I'm kind of sick. I still feel like there's someone here. The bard pushes me, but I'm just faster than him. I end up shrieking him. He misses his Achilles strike. Hits me with the axe, but it doesn't do much. And then he falls back. I keep debuffing him, and he just kind of gets sick of it. He knows that if I had another second, I could have whipped around and just zoned him, so he plays it safe. I keep myself safe.
Jeez.
Barb loses his resources. I could have used that surgical kit I got last round, but I'm not even thinking about it at this point. But I take the risk that there's no rogue camping, and I get out, especially since the portal already had just popped up in my face, so the odds of someone camping it is like close to zero unless they got super lucky.
Quickly.
So I rush here so I can buy the rapier.
The rapier.
And we've secured ourselves a blue rapier for the next set, for the next video. And that's pretty much where that's gonna end. So, hope that this was interesting breakdown. I mean, Bard's still fine solos, so... It's just, obviously his buff comp is a little weaker because of those changes, but just do a little check here for the gear. And that's the end of the video, so thanks for stopping by. I might be streaming on Twitch at some point, here and there in the foreseeable future, but, yeah. Maybe more videos to come on this. Haven't, hopped back in with this character, but, I plan to. I want to get like 50 more escapes or something like that, so I can get my like blue shards, so I can get the orc skin. But other than that, I'll call it here. So yeah, thanks again.